Expect and expectation is simply a way of saying, know who you are, know what the state of being you are in is reflective of. And in that state of being, you know that miracles are the norm. That's what that phrase actually means in the way you have structured your language. Expectations are generally the idea of assumptions and limitations you're placing on your ability to actually expect a miracle. So, expect the unexpected and expect that you can live without expectations. The idea used in that way may make it a little clearer as to how the intention behind a similar word is actually meant to describe this mechanism. The expect the miracle is simply a state of knowingness. Expectations are belief systems and definitions that may be limiting your ability to know who and what you are. So, allow yourselves the opportunity to look at the four laws, play with the four laws as states of being, and remind yourself that the circumstances themselves, regardless of what they are there to serve you. Always there to serve you. Always what needs to be there because they are what's there. Again, keep it obvious. Keep it simple. Why is this here? It's here to serve me. How do I know that? Because it's here. Because there is no other purpose to it. How do I know there's no other purpose to it? Because I said so. Who's going to contradict me? No one. Why? Because I am all there is in my universe. There you go. Follow the thread back to the basic simplicity of the science of the obvious. I am one. If I am one, in that sense, the one thing making me, making all of us, but making me unique, making me with the ability to choose, then I can choose what I prefer. There will be no one who can contradict me because everyone else in my reality is simply my version of them. So if anyone contradicts me, I'm contradicting myself. That's all there is to it. It's a reflection. It's a reflection. And again, I am not taking away from the fact that you can play the game of objective observer, recognizing when someone may be doing something that is not similar to the vibration that you prefer. Nevertheless, the idea is that it's still created in your reality, and the only way that it feels like an objective observation is that you have been willing to simply neutralize it. It's still something you're creating in your reality, but when you neutralize its effect, when you neutral it out and know that it has not got built-in meaning, then it takes on the quality of neutrality. The quality of neutrality is what you call objectivity, even though it's still subjective. So objectivity is simply subjectivity that has been neutraled out, devoided of meaning. That's all objectivity is. You've neutralized it, taken it back to its 0 point where you're not actually automatically assigning any particular assumption to it. You're just observing it. That's what I see. That's what it is. I'm recording it. I am not reacting. I'm not responding. I'm just observing. You're still creating it, though. So it's up to you to decide then what meaning you want to give it, if any at all, and use it in your way because it's all you anyhow. That's all it is. It's all you anyhow. Doesn't take away from the fact that everyone else also exists too. This is the great paradox of creation. Each and every single one of you, when you become one with all that is, from your own point of view, every single one of you will realize that when you become one, everything is you and you are all that's left. But all of you will have that experience. You will all know yourself as the only one that's there. That's the great paradox. And that shows you the multidimensionality of all that is. So, take a deep breath, make it your own. Take another deep breath, make it your own. Take another deep breath and make it your own. Now, April, Are there any pieces of paper left? Would you like to rip them off? What's under them? Do you have a penny, a nickel, and a quarter?
Yes.
Place them in the channel's hand.
Almost there, Bashar.
Penny here, nickel here, quarter there. All right. Who wants to volunteer for this one? Not all at once, please.
Well, we know we have someone that's coming.
All right.
I pointed, but I forgot that you might not see that. Oh, it's him.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day. Take your electronic microphone device. And let us know when you are prepared.
I am prepared.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right. Now, are you sure?
Yes.
All right. Really?
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you. Here we go. Tommy's mother has 3 children. She called the first one Penny. She called the second one Nick. What did she call the third one?
Tommy.
Thank you. Very good. You're catching on. You may sit.
Thank you.
You may, is there... You may, if you wish, rip off the 6 if you volunteer to answer it.
Okay, I'll take a chance.
All right.
Oh,
Man in black. Would you like to take the hot seat?
all right.
Thank you.
Why not? I don't know if I can do it.
No.
Okay, here I am.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Man in black. Are you
Man
ready?
in black. Okay.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right. A man dressed all in black walks down a country road. A car, black car with no lights on, comes screaming around the corner and screeches to the halt. How did the driver see the man in the road?
It's daylight.
Thank you. Now you're catching on.
See, just had to assume that it wasn't dark outside.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now you may rip the rest of them off. Question mark. Yes. Question mark. Question mark. All right. These are any questions you may have left. Let us discuss them briefly now before we go to the next step after your break. And we will do a very interesting experiment after your break. Because after all, this is a laboratory. We have to do some experimenting, don't we? So, any questions?
Hi, Bashar.
And a you good day.
I just want to say that just in the last couple months, information has been coming into my experience, and it's been so amazing and awesome and expansive and joyful, and I'm having such an amazing time, and it's
Thank
glad
you.
to be here.
Thank you.
And as I'm going through all of this, I'm realizing that there's so much in our minds that we assume.
Yes.
And it's overwhelming trying to let it all go.
But it's fun.
It is fun. But I wanted to ask you, like,
Yes.
we as humans are perceivers of our own reality.
Yes.
And we're also...
Well, you think you are.
Okay. And we're also limitless in our ability, or limitless in our ability to perceive and to create.
Yes.
But
Relatively speaking.
I'm having a hard time understanding, like, the word perceive in and of
Yes.
itself, kind of, there's an interpretation and understanding in that
Yes.
word.
Yes, and that's all right. Those filters, to some degree, are designed for a purpose. Remember, the higher mind conceives, the brain receives, the physical mind perceives. That's its job. It experiences the physical manifestation. It experiences what happens. Doesn't know how it's going to happen, but it experiences what happens and knows what happened. That is perception. That reflection of the physical experience is perception. Now, you don't always even perceive everything that's happening in your physical reality. Again, because of many of the ideas that you carry with you, many of the definitions, many of the beliefs. But that's all right. This is all about forming a harmonious linkage with your higher self so that you can open up your perception and perceive more of the reality that is germane for you to become more of who you are as best as you can be in physical reality, to serve the purpose of the exploration of the theme you chose to explore. So perception is really all about what it is in the moment you are engaged with regard to your perception, how you respond, how you act on that, and how you choose to change yourself based on that experience. That's what perception is all about in the fullest sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm wondering how as we continue to grow, we can continue to release all of the assumptions and underlying beliefs so that when we interpret and understand as we perceive, we can
Yes.
do it with less reaction and more
Well,
creation.
as we have been discussing, the first thing you do, one of the first things you can do, is to neutralize everything. Know that whatever happens, it doesn't have a built-in meaning. The only time you ever react to anything is when you've already supplied an automatic meaning to it. Do you know the word aglet?
No.
I didn't ask you. Do you know the word aglet?
No, I don't.
All right. You don't really have an emotional reaction to it, do you?
No.
You don't really know what to think of it.
No.
All right. But you know the word stupid.
Yes.
You feel yourself reacting to that a little bit.
Correct.
So the idea is that the only reason you react to one word and not the other is because you don't have a definition for the first word. So all reactions come from the fact that you already have a built-in definition. So the first thing to do in any circumstance, in any situation, is remember the circumstance doesn't matter. Nothing has built-in meaning. It's just a neutral prop. Once you have neutralized it with that understanding, then you get to decide what meaning it has. You can assign the meaning you prefer. And when you do that, you will expand your growth potential and you will be able to perceive more broadly. You follow?
I do. I'm wondering how you can take that a step further and like think of like gravity or something like physical properties that we're so convinced
Yes.
have a reality when
Yes.
I know that they only have a reality because I'm giving them a reality. How do I go
yes.
beyond that?
Well, all right. Again, the thing to understand is that certain general consensus reality ideas such as gravity are unlikely to be, shall we say, overcome by you unless there is truly a driving need and purpose in your theme exploration that they ought to be. Because again, the idea is that for most of you, for the vast majority of you, all the kinds of themes you actually did choose to explore on Earth need to be explored with your feet on the ground without having to worry about floating off into space. So you abide by the general theme of gravity so you can get on about the business of exploring the actual theme you really prefer to focus on. I'm not saying you can't cancel that out, but the idea is that for most of you, it's just not that important to go that far.
So the trick is just to be an allowing being always.
Yes, and discern what is really important
Okay.
in your life in terms of the exploration of your theme, and that really usually is told to you by the opportunities that show up synchronistically that contain the highest degree of passion. If you find yourself becoming ecstatically, crazily passionate about the idea of creating anti-gravity, then that might tell you something about your ability to achieve that. But if that's not really what, as you say, floats your boat, then it's not necessarily going to be something you're going to do in this life.
Okay.
So why
makes some
spend
sense.
time focusing on that when the thing that could actually be instrumental in calling your passion to the forefront and fanning the flames of your passion is right there in front of you in one of the choices that's presented it to you at any given moment.
Got it.
Make sense?
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
And by the way, an aglet is the little plastic tip on the end of a shoelace.
I'm not reacting to that at all.
I know.
Good day, Bashar.
And good day to you.
I would like to ask a personal question. So
Yes.
not so interesting for the rest, but
No judgment.
no judgment.
You
but
have no idea how others may be able to get something out of what you have to say. Are you not all one? Are you not all connected?
that's right.
All right. Don't prejudge that what you have to say isn't going to be valuable to someone else.
Okay, thank you for that.
Thank you.
I have a real problem with feeling at ease.
A challenge.
Yeah, okay, thank you. I feel ill at ease.
And you don't know why.
I don't know why.
All right.
And it's really
Are you
tiring
ill
me.
at ease with everything in your life? Or
No.
is there something you are not ill at ease with?
There-
Something you are at peace with? Anything.
Anything.
Is there anything you're comfortable with where you don't find yourself ill at ease?
Sure.
What?
My passion for mathematics.
Your passion for mathematics. All right. Now, in that, you do not feel ill at ease at all, correct?
Well,
Oh, you feel ill at ease there too?
not for the passion, but for my skill.
Your skill, I see.
Could be better.
Well, all right. Well, is your skill not something that you can learn to improve?
Sure.
Well, then why do you feel ill at ease about it?
Because
Are you describing the concept of a desire to know more as being ill at ease? Or is it truly just a desire to know more, but you're simultaneously judging yourself for what you don't know yet?
for me, I project the level of enjoyment with my skill. The more skill I have, the more I can see, the more I
All
can
right,
act, and
all
the
right.
more I can enjoy it.
Then if you have associated the idea that the more skill you have, the more enjoyable your passion is, wouldn't you be passionate about acquiring more skill?
Yes, but that keys in with my unrest in the sense that my energy is drained all
Why?
the time because I don't feel at ease. Because I.
But you're creating a vicious circle for yourself. I don't feel at ease, so I can't do this, and I can't do this because I feel ill at ease. You're creating a vicious cycle.
But for instance, sensitivity to sound,
Yes.
and so that's making.
Are you describing a physical ill at ease or an emotional or psychological
I believe
ill at
it to
ease?
be all psychological, but it translates in being sensitive to sound and neighbors making sounds when I'm asleep.
Thank you. Thank you. May I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you believe that there can be such a thing as something that doesn't belong in your reality?
Yes and no.
Well, what's the yes part?
The yes part is that if everything is holistic, then everything has its place. And
And then what's the no part?
the no part is that I can see maybe that my experience is valuable, but I don't prefer it anymore.
All right, but not preferring something, or more positively stated, preferring something else, is a recognition that preferring something else does not require you to invalidate what you no longer prefer. You may be invalidating what you no longer prefer, and in so doing, invalidating a part of yourself and making yourself raw, in a sense, to what it is that's there, and hypersensitive to it. When you move ahead, you cannot invalidate where you've been. You cannot invalidate what you are just because you prefer to be something else. Anytime you invalidate where you are, you're actually removing your ability to go somewhere else, because it's like removing a stepping stone.
I understand, but that means that I don't understand what it is telling me. So that...
What it is telling you is that there are portions of your own being that you are invalidating, that you don't find worthy.
Okay.
You need to find out what those are and why you believe that there are aspects of your being that are not worthy. Because the invalidation is simply a projection on the outside world from an inner belief.
Okay. And this has to do with childhood experience or something?
For most of you, this is the case, where you are spoon-fed ideas that reduce your sense of value. And thus you don't even necessarily know that you've swallowed those beliefs until you get older and as an adult get to a place where you now need to rely on tools you suddenly find have been sabotaged. And suddenly it can manifest in all sorts of ways, including such things as hypersensitivity to things. Because you've never really been given the tools to boost yourself up. So you need to explore what those tools were you were given and how they don't serve you, and find and replace them with some tools that do with regard to your own self-worth. I would therefore suggest, when was the last time you took a vacation?
I'm on one now.
You are? Oh, all right. Is there something you're going to be doing on this vacation that you would consider the most relaxing and self-pampering thing you can do?
Not really. It's a bit work, physical work.
I am going to recommend and suggest, if you want it to be, I'll write a prescription from Dr. Bashar. You don't have to take it. I'm not forcing you to do anything. But I would strongly suggest that on this vacation, you forget about work and actually do something that's simply, purely enjoyable, playful, like a kid. Just have some fun. Have someone do something for you that's pampering, treating you nice, taking the load off, serving you, eating good food, sleeping in late, not rushing to get anywhere, not having to be anywhere, not having to do anything. Take a real vacation. I'm not saying you don't enjoy your work, but in terms of getting in touch with some of these issues we're talking about, you actually need some real quiet, relaxing time to actually get in touch with those things, because sometimes, no matter how much you may enjoy the work is glossing over things that you need some quiet to be able to actually hear. And that's part of the reason why you're hypersensitive to sound. It's a symbol that's telling you you need to be in a quiet place so that you can actually really hear what it is you need to hear, which is within you. So in the sense, everything else irritates you, so you'll start going to some place where there is no sound, and that's what's going to serve you best to hear what you really need to hear. Because the little voice within you is very quiet and subtle, and you really need to hear it and stop letting it get drowned out by all the other sounds around you. All right?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Good day. I recently was in China when the big earthquake took place.
Oh, all right. How exciting for you.
Well, fortunately, I was not right there where the real trouble was.
Well, again, your vibration will always guide you to where you need to be, so that if there is something you do not need to experience, you will not.
That was on a very aware level, yes.
Yes.
Then when I came home, I found an email that was reporting on an organization called AARP. They are based in Alaska.
All right.
They do all kinds of experiments by sending big microwaves
Yes, I understand.
into the universe.
I understand. we will go no further with this at this time.
Okay.
Because this is not really about the idea right now of what kinds of technology many people on your planet may be using that might or might not have a detrimental effect on your planet. Certainly such things do exist. The idea is once again, to recognize that you are your governments. It's time for a change, so make a change. All right?
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you. At this time, we would suggest that you take your second recess break, go out in the yard and play, and when we return, we are going to do a very interesting experiment. Thank you very much. Go and play.
All right. We have a special treat that's going to happen right now, unexpectedly, which fits right in with how Bashar does things. Kim Riccelli was here last time, and he played a musical instrument called the hung. And I'd like to introduce you to Kim. And it's quite an interesting instrument because it's recently been created. It wasn't really on the planet before, or at least it wasn't in the reality that we were in, and now we've shifted to a parallel reality where the hung exists. So, and it kind of looks like a spaceship, which is really interesting. But it puts out the most awesome music, and I think Bashar referred to it as the highest, one of the highest vibrational music on the planet. So we're going to have Kim play the hung, and he's going to play it while Bashar is here, so that Bashar can enjoy it from that perspective, and then we'll see what happens next. Okay?
All right, so. You sec. Or say, vibration, resonance, immersion in a field of sound. One of the ways you can create for yourself a bubble reality unto itself, immersed in a vibration of sound. And inside that bubble reality, you can thus then touch into all the dimensions that overlap, all the dimensions that come together to create that bubble. It can, in that sense, be a 0 point that allows you to tap into whatever, whenever, wherever you wish. To that end, then, allow yourself in the creation of this sound to remember and remind yourself of all the things we have discussed here today, and use the sound to cement those things together, tie those things together, vibrate all those ideas into a harmonious resonance that matches the frequency of your highest joy. We thank you for the co-creation of this bubble reality. We thank you.
And now, Bashar, we have a little surprise for you. Since today is Father's Day, we wanted to take this opportunity to acknowledge you and to give you a gift. And this gift comes not only from me, but also from all the people who have benefited from your wisdom, your encouragement, your positive support and inspiration, and your unconditional love, which you have so generously shared with so many of us for all these years. The gift and the recognition that we are giving to you, Bashar, is actually, I have a representation of it here in my lap. And the gift we're giving to you is the naming of a star. And this star was located for us by an astronomer, and it is located in our dimension approximately 500 light years in the direction of the Orion constellation. It's 2.5 times larger than our sun, and it burns 32 times brighter. Its color is white, and it has a slight blue tinge. And this star is registered as follows. This certifies that the star having the coordinates below are hereby designated Bashar, in honor of Father's Day, on this June 15th, 2008. And it comes with an inscription, and the inscription reads, dedicated to Bashar and the Essassani civilization, in gratitude for the unconditional love and light that you shower upon our lives and our world. The brilliance of the Bashar star shines as a symbol and a beacon, illuminating the path to the bright and exciting future that we share together. Happy Father's Day, Bashar.
Touch. Thank you.
Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you. Thank you. How synchronous you are to name a star when we are also naming stars in the next experiment. Will you do the honor of reading the names when I say to do so? Yes. Thank you. First and foremost, however, all of you who wish to participate in this experiment require a piece of paper and a writing implement. A piece of paper you can hand away and don't need back. Large enough for all the numbers next to the stars. You do not need room for the names, just the numbers. System.
Okay, number 12, Epsilon Indi.
Yes, an indigenous civilization. In fact, 2.
Wow. Just making little notes up here.
Oh, all right.
Indigenous.
Indigenous.
Yes. Okay, number 13 is Procyon A.
No.
Oh, we were wrong on that one. Okay, number 14, Tau Ceti.
Yes, an indigenous civilization that will also be one of the first you will call brother and sister when you move out into the stars. They will show you the ropes.
Cool. Okay.
You will
and-
work very closely together. They will be one of the first to form a different new alliance of your own, aside from the fact that you will join our association, our interstellar alliance. You will also form a separate alliance with them and some other civilizations, and they will be the first ones to join you. Somewhat, but not exactly, no. They are in your own dimension, so to speak, though they are slightly higher in vibration. You might refer to them to some degree as humanoid, but don't think that they are actually that human looking when you use the word humanoid. We are talking about a time in your civilization when you are traveling in ships that are similar to ours. You will not have a fragmented governmental system at this time. We are speaking of something that is beyond 100 years in the future. They know you are coming. We keep them apprised. They have not had any physical contact with any of you yet. We've shown them photographs. I said beyond 100 years.
And the last one is number 15, Kruger 60.
No. Now then. Now you have a little map to the closest stars that contain civilizations somewhat similar to your own. We have left out other stars on this map for a variety of reasons we will not go into right now. What we have pointed out here are the nearest neighbors that you will be interacting with in some way, shape, or form when you begin to move out into the stars on your own in a new way, similar to the way we move. But this will come after your encounters with the first hybrid civilization that will make open contact with you, and with some other civilizations you already are aware of, such as Pleiadian and so forth. They will be the ones being more closely related to you as cousins, brothers and sisters, who will help you on the beginning of your journey. But once you are out there on your own, these are some of the other civilizations you will meet and form relationships with in a variety of ways, Tau Ceti being one of the strongest. A true bond will form between you and Tau Ceti. Now, some of the preparation for bonding with the civilization of Tau Ceti will begin after 50 years from now in your counting, and some of you may actually on Earth go out in certain ways and meet and have some initial encounters with Tau Ceti beings. But in terms of the kind of interstellar alliance bond we are talking about, that is beyond the 100-year mark. But this gives you something to look at. It gives you something to play with. And if you, in your playtime, draw out a map of where all of these star systems are relative to your star system and start looking at the routes and the directions you need to go in to get to these systems, it will start linking you and connecting you and give you preliminary contact in your dream time, in your telepathic time. It will start laying the pathways and laying the foundations that might be capable of accelerating these contacts somewhat. We will see how far you get with that. But for now, play with the idea of forming your star at the center and all these stars around you in whatever direction they accurately exist, and make a relative scale of what distance they exist from you as well, using the light years as your scale reference. When you do that, you will start to understand a certain pattern of exact linkage from civilization to civilization, not only with you, but to each other. Play with it and see what you get. This one is loaded with surprises. If you play with it long enough, you're going to find some very interesting things happening in this exploration. So this is an experiment you can carry on yourself, and it will lay the foundations of the next level of contact beyond the one that is already in progress. There will be, in this upcoming new year, in and around your month of February, another massive sighting of those who will be the first to contact you, as they lay the foundation to get you used to the sight of their ships. Watch the skies. Listen for the news. And know that it's closer every day. And the closer you become to being yourselves, the closer we come to you. We will, at this timing, thank all of you for the co-creation of this laboratory, for participating in this class. You allowed many more than you know of to participate in this class with you. You have formed bonds in this class, not only with each other on Earth in the class, but with others in other classes. And this will also start to come out in your dream times as classmates